Give to Barrett. Cut back over the middle of the 25 to the 20. Breaks a tackle to the 15. Stops, starts 10-5. Touchdown Lions. Holy mackerel.
Throws, end zone. It is caught. What a play back there in the back of the end zone by T.J. Hawkinson.
You're listening to the One Pridecast. Okay, welcome to the One Pridecast. Dannie Rogers, joined by the one and only DetroitLions.com writer Mike O'Hara. As you just heard from him, he has no lucky lottery numbers. Week 13, though, in the NFL, I feel like the number 13 is a lucky number. Your thoughts, Mike?
A lucky number?
Is 13 a lucky? Yeah.
Is 13 a lucky number? Well, it's the number of my all-time favorite athlete, Will Chamberlain, the basketball player.
I respect that.
Wore 13. Yeah, so I guess it's lucky, yeah.
Okay.
So it's lucky if you think it's lucky.
It's lucky. That means the Lions might get lucky here in Week 13 against the Minnesota Vikings, who are coming in at 5-6. Please be the week.
Well, I don't think that I think the Detroit Lions need more than luck, but I don't think they've exactly been the luckiest team in the National Football League either.
Okay, great. Thank you. The last time they faced the Minnesota Vikings, sure, why not go off for a 54-yard walk-off field goal?
You know why? Because they didn't get a penalty and go back to 66. That's why.
See, that's what I'm saying. It doesn't. Luck does not hurt these Lions. They have been unlucky, though. That is 100% sure. Okay, Lions are coming off a Week 12 Thanksgiving loss to the Chicago Bears. That was another walk-off field goal, because of course it was. It's not funny, Mike. If I sound a little angry today, it's because I'm hungry. I know we get chicken wings here soon, so just bear with me.
I'll bear with you. By the way, I'm glad you had time to stop by and do this little gig again, okay? Because you're doing like 9 events this weekend, something like that.
Everyone tune into Mac Football.
You sang a backup with the Rolling Stones the other day.
Yeah,
correct?
I did that.
You were good. You
Thank
really
you.
were.
I appreciate that.
Like the outfit, the whole thing, the lights, the glitter.
I got into character. What can I say?
I almost charged the stage. I really did.
If we're going to talk about me, we have to talk about you, because your birthday is coming up.
Well, my birthday is always coming up.
It is literally in what? Sorry.
It's almost upon us.
4 or 5 days?
Yeah, I guess.
What's your birthday wish?
My birthday wish?
Yes.
I really don't have one.
Okay.
I just take it as it comes.
All right.
Seriously.
Well, no, that was wise, but also a boring answer at the same time.
Well, the deal is I've had a good life, and doing it that way, I wake up every day. You know what? I don't make plans. I just play or do what's in front of me, and I've lived that way my whole life.
That's why you're on the One Podcast, because
you never. And the other thing is, I never know what I'm going to say next.
No, okay. Figure out what you're going to say to the Lions' loss to the Bears in Week 12, so we can get over it and move on.
Well, there are a couple of things in there that I didn't like, and there was, from a writing standpoint, it was a good game because there was some controversy, some questionable play calling by the head coach Dan Campbell, who talked about it later in one of his radio interviews. We're talking about the famous 3rd and 32. It was near the end. It was in the second quarter, and I questioned it too. I really did, and I thought
he ran the ball.
Right,
3rd and 32.
Ran the ball, and I understood what he said. Didn't want to take a chance on.
Yep.
A sack or whatever. But my point was, there are no plays for 3rd and 32, so get half of it and kick a field goal. That's all.
Why not?
But you know what? I think Dan Campbell, there's a lot of things I like about him. And his toughness, his even demeanor, he really is.
Yep.
He kind of flatlines, and what he says to us is what he also says to the players. So
you can feel it.
They don't call their parents and their buddies and their agents and all that and say, what did he say about me next? No. He tells them that. And him saying, later that he regretted that call, and he should. He should have. But to me, take 15 yards, 18 yards. I know there's no play for 3rd and 32, but there is one for 3rd and 15.
Yep.
And run that play. The other part about it was that Jared Goff had completed 12 out of 13 or 13 out of 14 to that point. Now, there were a lot of them were short throws. He wasn't exactly blazing hot. But,
one of those throws had been a 39-yard touchdown pass. I mean, he was throwing them. There were 3 explosive passes in that game, all 3 to different receivers. If we want to count an 11-yard pass explosive, which it's not, but he did have one of those as well. So that's 4 to 4 different receivers. So the pass game is having a steady improvement. The run game had been great of late. However, Lions now without DeAndre Swift. Head coach Dan Campbell confirming Friday morning that he thinks Swift is about a week away from returning from a shoulder injury. He's still pretty tender right now.
Yeah, one thing about that, look, Swift hadn't done much in that game. He had 3 carries for no yards.
He came out injured, yes.
But he can heat up at any time. You know that. And I don't think Jamal Williams really got it going. But in the second half, let's look, he ran for 60-some yards.
Heck yeah.
And most of it, I think, in the second half. And he got some really good gains. So, let's keep in mind, this was a 14-13 game going into the last 8.5 minutes. Unfortunately, Chicago Bears owned the last 8.5 minutes.
They sure did.
And I also think, Danny, that I think there are a lot of guys that probably the public doesn't know about outside of here in our building here at Allen Park, and real loyal Detroit Lions fans. But there are guys like Godwin Igwebuike, and there's Jermar Jefferson, and even the fullback Kabinda. Pardon me, who have broken off some big runs for the Detroit Lions. So I think if you kind of stitch all those guys together, there's some assets there where they can really, for a period of time, not forever, but for a week or 2 weeks or something like that, can make up not having DeAndre Swift. Now, there's nobody on the roster outside of him at the running back position who represents the combination pass receiving threat that he does, and that has a marked impact on how the other teams play defense. Now, can't say that the Detroit Lions have taken full advantage of that this year because they have issues at wide receiver and the passing game in general. But still, these other players, like I mentioned, have all broken some big plays and some important plays for the Detroit Lions, like in the Pittsburgh game, the Cleveland game. They've done some pretty good stuff.
They sure have. I mean, Minnesota is going through their own turmoil with injuries. Dalvin Cook will more than likely not play because he's also dealing with a shoulder injury. So up next, Alexander Mattison, who went off against the Lions last time they played.
First of all, isn't that a great name, Alexander Mattison?
Why?
Well, I just like the way it sounds.
Okay. Does it sound like Alexander McQueen?
I don't know about that.
I feel like you're, okay.
No, it just sounds like
I can't name one song.
Alexander Mattison. I think it's almost like a guy in white gloves ought to walk him out to the huddle and introduce him to the team and say, Alexander Mattison reporting.
So we should have known that he would be doing these great things just based off his name.
But, he's been a good player for them, a good backup running back, and now what is now his third year. I think this is off the top of my head, but I think he rushed for 113 yards against the Lions in Week 5, and really, 25 carries. He didn't burn the house down, but that's more than representative. That's pretty good. You don't get that out of your backups every day of the week. And plus, I think he had 7 receptions for 40-some yards. Now, he's not going to take it the distance on any one play the way Dalvin Cook does, or at least you wouldn't expect him to. But really, more than capable as a runner. I remember seeing him in the last 2 years. He really had some nice runs against the Detroit Lions.
Okay, last time the Lions played the Vikings in Week 5, I mean, they were full speed ahead. Since then, Danielle Hunter, defensive end, injured reserve. Everson Griffin, another defensive end, he is out. Dalvin Cook is out. So you had some really big names on both sides of the ball. Eric Hendricks, the linebacker, is questionable. You have some big names who might be out for the Vikings. And they only won off of a 54-yard walk-off field goal. I like the chances. I just do.
Yeah, I don't think the Vikings are going to blow the Detroit Lions off the face of the map by anything like that. And I think they're favored by, we can check this later, but I think they're favored by 7.5 to 8, something like
Dang
that.
It.
Which for a team playing at home, that's not great.
No, it's not.
I'd say a 3 or 4 point game, okay.
Yeah.
But 7 or 8 means they're expecting the other team to win handily. I don't see it that way.
No, me neither.
But I think the Lions are on a roll right now. If there's such a thing for a losing team, that they're keeping games close, and they're the one thing about this Detroit Lions team that impresses me, and really on a 0-10-1 team, you're looking for things like that, honestly.
You are.
But they haven't given up. They haven't thrown in the towel yet. Now, I thought it was borderline against the Eagles in the last game before the bye. I thought, 44-6.
Yeah.
Eagles
it's
sayonara. Guys are making their vacation plans.
Bengals
but no,
was bad.
They came back with a vengeance, and they came back with an attitude, and they wanted to get something done. Now, it hasn't quite worked out, but they're playing better football.
Yeah, I agree with that. I mean, I get so many comments. This is on social media. I know you're on social media a little bit, Mike. But everyone, there's some comments like, it must be hard to report for a team that hasn't won yet. And I'm like, it's not. Oh my gosh. Being around these coaches, being around these players on a daily basis is so much fun because they don't let the winless record come in at all. They are embodying everything that Dan Campbell is, which is tough. He can be even killed, but he can also take it up notches when he needs to be. This is such a fun organization to be around right now.
I wouldn't go so far as, in my opinion, it's fun but interesting. It really is. And
well, I'm in my rookie year, so I'm still on the rookie clout.
No, your opinion is just as valid as mine. Okay,
I appreciate that.
I was like, I didn't have long blonde hair. I had long brown hair.
Did you really?
Yeah.
Oh gosh, we need
I'll show you my picture sometime.
Yeah.
You know what? You might be afraid of me. I'm not kidding.
Oh God. Okay.
In fact, hopefully.
Yeah, I know. That's what you.
No.
Yes.
But just like talking to Amani or Warrior about what exactly do you have to play for and all that, and you get almost a philosophical answer, but with passion and all that. And
so much passion.
You play for the name on the back of your name on the back of your jersey. You play for the guy next to you and all of that, and you try to find your why. I hadn't heard that expression before.
Really?
With him, no, your why.
Yeah, you got to find your why.
Yeah, you got to find your why. And me, sometimes I look for my why not, and also followed closely by "Are you kidding me?"
Yeah.
But there is a reason to do that. And look, part of it is that there's just a handful of veterans here who can sort of show them the way to better things that they've experienced, like Michael Brockers, who just 3 years ago was playing in the Super Bowl.
I know.
And so many young
Josh
players.
Reynolds now,
and so many young players who look. This is your chance.
The Jerry Jacobs of the world.
Isn't that something what he's done?
The Godwins of the world.
Yeah.
Yes.
Sure. Look, they may not become starters, but I think Jerry Jacobs, I think, is a starter. I think he's going to be a starter in the National Football
That's amazing. He has
really
made his case.
Look, I can go back to
undrafted free agent. He has made his case.
Way back before your time, Everson Walls, with the Dallas Cowboys, ended up with 50-some career interceptions.
Yeah.
I remember the Lions tried him out, and he didn't quite run fast enough to suit them. Went down to Dallas, signed, and had like a 12-year career as a perennial, Pro Bowl player.
Not bad.
And you know what? One of these guys here for the Detroit Lions, he's going to be that player. Now, is it going to be here in Detroit? I don't know. Because guys kind of bounce around, if they're undrafted, have a tendency to do that before they finally land somewhere. But it could be Jerry Jacobs.
You were going to say Jones, weren't you?
I don't know what I was going to say.
That was in my head. I'm like, I cannot say Jerry
I had my
Jones.
tongue moving faster than my brain.
I know. Just slow down. But yeah. Let me clarify. It is not fun watching this team lose, but seeing them bounce back every week. The passion, how young these players are, but how hard they're working. Yeah. It's fun to watch. It's really fun to be around.
Yeah, I agree with that. And it's look, there's a reason why you play, and everything comes down to, as the coach told me one time, it's the way you play on the day you play. It's got nothing to do with, well, you should have been here last week. I could really, no. For this team, it's going to be Sunday, December 5th against the Minnesota Vikings. What can you get done?
Yeah. There's going to be some interesting things to see. First off, My Cause, My Cleats will be back for this game for the Detroit Lions, where Detroit Lions players have picked causes, charities of their choice that they want to bring awareness to, that they want to highlight. So we have been highlighting them all week. The cleats are custom painted. They look awesome. So be on the lookout for those. If you want to learn more about who's supporting what and how you can help, definitely go to DetroitLions.com and check out all of our social media pages. And then Friday morning, head coach Dan Campbell also said that the team will be honoring Oxford High School and really paying tribute to those high school kids that have passed away from the tragedy this past week. So the Lions will have Oxford High School decals on the back of their helmets. We'll take a moment of silence before the game, and there will also be T-shirts and hats that'll be floating around as well.
Yeah, it's really look. There's nothing we can do to take away the tragedy and all that, and the after effects of it. It's it's a moment in time it's one of those moments in time that in some way or other will be remembered and live forever. It really will. And just like other parts of the country, like Columbine out in Colorado, and so
you heard
on.
Coach Wash talk about that. He was recruiting back in '99 in Denver that day.
He was pretty choked up when he started talking about it. He really
all the
was.
coaches have.
Yeah, look, when you really get right down to it, look. A former head coach here, Monty Clark, was the head coach here from 1978 to '84, and been in the league a long time and passed away a few years ago. Once said, it's not all shiny uniforms and victory parties.
No,
it's still, these are people who have jobs and lives and all that. And when they go home Sunday night or after a game, or they come to practice Monday, they're going to work and they have lives just like we do now. It may be a little different. They make more money and they're in the public eye and all that, but they're just human beings, most of the time.
Yeah.
And when that door closes at home, it's dad, it's mom, it's uncle, whoever. And we should never lose sight of that we're talking about human beings, not just athletes.
Yep, the human part. Always, and I have a feeling those are some of their bigger whys when we talk about it. Their why. Okay. Anything other, like Minnesota, Keys, what do you want to talk about? Tell me what you've got. What do the Lions need to do to get a win and get a dub in the win column? This is huge.
Well, be ahead by more than 3 points at the end.
I agree.
That's mathematics.
Just be 4. 4 will do it.
Make them beat you with a 66-yard touchdown pass, not a field goal.
On. Yes, I agree.
Do you know I wonder what the odds are of losing a football game on a 66-yard field goal on the last play when the ball hits the crossbar?
Because that's...
Nothing is working for that play.
Yeah, when you say
distance,
it like that.
the bounce, the hit, all of that.
Yeah. And to further clarify, it is not fun watching those field goals. I've turned my back most of the time. Chicago, I did watch. It ended the same. So now I'm 0 for 3, and I can do whatever I want because neither works. I can't watch nor not watch.
I'll tell you what, this game will toughen you up.
I'm toughened.
Okay. Don't get too tough, though.
I know.
I just like all games. To me, they're all, it's a new game, it's a new day, and I just want to see how the Lions react to this. They've lost 8 straight to the Vikings. Last Monday before this game, Coach Campbell was asked, what sort of your message or motivation to your players are, and he says you're going to play the spoiler role and make people feel as bad as we feel.
I do like how he said that.
I like what he said.
Yeah.
Not quite I don't think everybody goes along with that. Some of the players. One of them said, "Well, I just want to win to win. It's got nothing to do with ruining somebody else's day."
Hawkinson said that.
TJ said that, and I agree with him.
The thing is, okay, we got a W. Also, we just spoiled their Sunday.
Yeah.
I think that's the order I'll take, and I like both.
Right, I like both. Yeah, but play to play, win to win, and then all that other stuff sorted out later.
Yep.
But look, the Vikings are. They've made the playoffs every other year since Mike Zimmer was the head coach
pretty
there
consistent.
in 2014. But but they've only really made it 3 times in 7 years. But this is a chance. They missed last year at 6-10, and they're not exactly sitting in great shape at 5-6, except for half the world is 5-6 right now in the National Football League.
That plays to their favor, yes.
But they've been an up and down team since opening day. They've been inconsistent. Just 2 weeks ago, they had a big win over the Green Bay Packers. And they come back and have a stinkeroo the next week and lose. So
it does not help when quarterback Kirk Cousins lines up behind the wrong guard.
Right, exactly. Yes. I wonder what that feels
like.
If you're the guard.
The wrong guard just lines up behind a guard in general.
Yeah.
Yeah. You would think the guard, I'm pretty sure it was Dalvin Cook who had to tell him.
Yeah.
Hey, bud.
I've seen that happen before.
Hey, best friend, please move over.
It's not common, but it's not completely rare either.
I know.
But
it's just, man, it gave us a chuckle over here. I'm not gonna lie.
Absolutely. Yeah,
we're playing. It's Lions are playing Vikings next week. That gave us a chuckle. It just happens.
Yeah, maybe the referee, just as a joke, should just give the ball to the guard.
I know, and they just line up like that for the rest of the game. Let's just have fun with it.
Just do that.
Let everyone just have fun.
Yeah.
Okay, Mike. Let's get your BetMGM pick.
My BetMGM pick.
Yes.
I've given this an awful lot of thought, and my coin. No,
have you given a lot of thought?
Yeah, I do actually, and I think the Lions are in a point in the season where they're playing pretty good ball.
Yeah.
Like I wrote something about the defense earlier this year, and
great.
They've played some good defense. The defense has played some good ball.
Do you want a defensive nugget?
They just haven't played long enough.
I agree.
Yes,
are you talking about experience-wise?
Say that again now.
They haven't played well enough, long enough, or okay.
Yeah.
So there's been at least one rookie on the defensive end for the Lions who have been a part of 691 snaps on defense. So 691 snaps. There's been at least one rookie on the defensive side of the ball for the Lions. That is, I believe, tied for 3rd in the NFL. It is a very, very young defensive side of the ball. So that's my nugget, and that's all I have to contribute.
Well, who is it?
What?
Who's the rookie?
Oh, it's been at least one. There's multiple.
Oh, you said at least one.
At least one.
Gotcha. I didn't hear that, but that's an interesting. I'm glad you brought that up. I wish you'd have told me that before I wrote my Sunday column.
I know. I'm sorry.
You've got to start reporting.
Listen, shout out to Greg Mayola. I think that's how I pronounce your name. Our wonderful PR man. He included that nugget, and I stole it.
Oh, I like that. But look, I think it's going to be. I've said this again. I'm going to use another white knuckle flight, really, right down to touchdown. When I don't mean touchdown, I mean when the wheels hit the runway.
A field goal.
Yeah, a field goal game, and look, the Vikings have won 8 straight against the Lions. I can't bet against them. Kirk Cousins is having a good year, not a great year. Actually, I could bet against them because I would be giving the points, or taking the points, I should say. But I like the Vikings to win 19-17.
So you're gonna
I think that's a movie, isn't it? 1917.
I'm sure it is.
Yeah. I like the Vikings 19-17. When I say like them, I'm not rooting for them to win.
So you're saying the Lions are going to take a 17-16 lead into the fourth quarter, and then there's going to be a walk-off field goal?
Somehow or other, it's going to be 19-17.
Okay.
Somehow or other. You know what? Because it was before.
I know.
I just thought of that.
It was. Yes,
Oh
the
my
Lions
God.
are not allowing opponents to score over, 16 points in the last
Something
3
like
games.
that, yeah.
But the Vikings are allowing about 30 points a game in the last few.
You
It doesn't
know-
help, though, if you don't score 30 points.
You know, Danny, it worked once, it'll work again for him, just the way it is.
Please don't say
Awful.
that. We can't take that again. Don't put that on us. Okay. Have you talked to Josh Reynolds yet?
Just in the group setting, you know.
Great.
He really
Great
added
dude.
something to this team.
He really, yes.
The
I
first
agree.
week, you had a couple went through his hands or whatever. I thought, God, where'd this guy come
Trust
from?
me, no one beat up more on oneself than Josh Reynolds did after those. Trust me.
Well, that's I guess that's a good thing. But he came back last week and had a couple of big catches, one for a touchdown.
He said, "Hello, Detroit, I am here."
I'm
So,
here.
next on the One Pridecast, thank you so much to Mike O'Hara for joining me, the one and only. Everyone go wish Mike O'Hara a happy birthday on Tuesday,
December 7th.
December 12th, 7/21. That's a great day. Go wish Mike O'Hara a happy birthday Tuesday. Don't do it before or he will kill me. But anyways, up next on the One Pridecast, wide receiver Josh Reynolds joins me. We talk about his nickname. It is Smooth with a V. I'm sorry, Smooth with a V, not smooth with a TH. And he's going to tell you why. It's very interesting. One Pridecast will be right back after this. Rory's Cub Club registration is back open for the 2021 season. Get your children in the official Detroit Lions fan club for kids up to age 14. Each Cub Club registration comes with a membership kit filled with one-of-a-kind Detroit Lions items, plus exclusive events and ticket discounts. Visit DetroitLions.com/Cub Club to sign up now. Josh, this is the first time we get to meet one of the newest Lions. So we got to know, what's one of the best words to describe you if someone hasn't met you yet?
I'd say a nickname that I actually got with the Rams is Big Smooth.
Big Smooth.
Big Smooth.
Can you elaborate what that means?
Well, I mean, just I mean, I'm not a real vocal guy. You know, I walk around just kind of, you know, just smooth, and then everything I do on the field, it looks slow, but it's, you know, it's just real.
It's smooth.
It's smooth. You know, I mean, it's just the word. It's just the word that they came up with me, and it's with the V. S-M-O-O-V, smooth.
You heard, I mean, you heard me saying it wrong.
Yeah,
Smooth.
yeah. It's easily messed up. It's all right.
Okay.
There you go.
All right, Big Smooth. You have an incredible story. Going from high school, no college offers to play football, spent a semester at JUCO, and then you go to Aggieland, Texas A&M. Everyone has to work hard to get to this point in the NFL. How much harder did you have to work, though, with your background?
I'd say it was tough, but I think it's one of the parts that made me me. You know, a lot of guys can go through that and just lose the ultimate goal that they were looking for, and you know, I think that kind of helped me stay focused, humbled, for sure humbled, and you know, just continuing to grind.
It's paying off,
No
that
doubt.
grind. Super Bowl later, and you get to reacclimate with quarterback Jared Goff, who you spent time with in LA. How much has he helped you acclimate to the city of Detroit, having such a familiar face on the roster?
So much, you know, so much with him, Michael Brockers, you know, Roby, all them guys, man. First day here it was awesome to just see new, faces that you know, and so you know, it just helps you settle down a little bit more and just kind of get going quicker.
The quarterback to receiver chemistry has already been rekindled there on Thanksgiving Day against the Bears. 39-yard touchdown from Goff. Your first touchdown this season. What opened up for you on that play?
Oh man, it was a perfect defense from the beginning. You know, all week we were saying we were gonna call that concept, and you know, coaches trusted me, and Jared trusted me, sat in that pocket, you know, and made a great ball. And so it was awesome to be able to connect back on that.
What is the toughest obstacle you've had to overcome when you join an NFL team midway through the season?
Oh, just getting acclimated with the playbook. You know, and concepts are always the same concepts, but it's the little details on those. You know, the splits and alignments and you know, the yardage. You know, they want you to run it. Some teams they want you at 15. Sometimes, you know, it's just it's all different. And you know, just kind of having that stick in your head is tough.
Somehow we only have 6 games left in the season. What do you want to improve in your game or shine here with these last few weeks?
Just stay consistent. You know, show people, you know, I can stay consistent, game in, game out. You know, didn't have the great game that I wanted with my first Cleveland. Sorry, kind of got blank there, but I mean, you know, it's all about bounce back. You know, it's about how you overcome adversity, and that's what I continue to hopefully do.
Lions will get a chance to bounce back against these Vikings. I don't know if you heard about how the first meeting went.
I did.
Walk-off, ding, field goal. What do these Lions, what do you have to do this week to get a win over Minnesota?
Just got to finish. You know, we just got to finish. Limit the setbacks that we keep putting on ourselves and finish. You know, the team got grit. The team's got, you know, they got it all, man. They just, you know, we just got to put those little things together.
Show your Lions pride by going authentic with gear from shop.detroitlions.com. For a great selection of t-shirts, hats, jerseys, and novelties with convenient flat rate shipping right to your doorstep, visit shop.detroitlions.com, your 24/7 home for Lions gear.
Thanks for tuning into the One Pridecast. I'm Dannie Rogers. We'll see you right back here next week.